Hello everybody, welcome back to Doggo Card Reviews. We are here with part 3 of our Day of Life set review. Again, images are provided courtesy of UUK, which you can go ahead right there and buy singles. Proxy required you are intending to ship you're intending to ship to a place outside of Japan. And anyway, Gavin and I are going to start tackling through red.
Some of these cards be hella expensive.
As of the time we're recording this, July 26, 2020. We will begin with none other than our first double R here, Kotori Itsuka. She is a low 0 cost, 1500 power with the Gate and Rotato Skirt traits. Once she attacks, if all your characters are Gate and or Celestial Spirit, choose one of your characters that gets 1000 power until the end of the turn. And once she is sent from your stage to the waiting room, you may discard a card from your hand to the waiting room. If you do, look at up to the top 4 cards, reveal up to 1 level or higher card among them, add to your hand, send rest to the waiting room. Climaxes are level 0.
Man, the privilege is real.
It is and it isn't. You have to remember that ever since we've seen this profile pop up on Weiss, the thing that I like to bring up is, well, unlike previous versions that grabbed a character, this cannot chain into another copy of herself.
True, but at the same time, man...
What this does allow is it now incentivizes playing events a bit more, like My Little Shigo.
Man, why can't I get one of these in Albuta? Oh man, I would love this card in say Albuta because I sometimes have trouble grabbing a particular level 1 combo. It requires a billion pieces.
I know, right?
But in Data Live, oh yeah, this card is pretty fucking good. Like
I'm very glad that they made it level 1 or higher now, because now it incentivizes people to actually play events. And as we've said in our yellow review, My Little Shigo is a pretty good card.
Yeah, I was about to say that card is pretty busted. But again, it's like events. Ew, events. You can't even grab those, man. But with Fake Bird here, we definitely can grab events now, which is great because, well, that feeling when you reveal 2 events and 2 CXs.
Yeah, but hey, I'm just very glad that this is actually a profile now, and that it makes this profile just simply less degenerate, because there's a reason why these are simply no longer on play, period.
But we both wish it was.
We both wish it was, but Bushiro has realized that having on-demand deck fixing on own turn without going through an extra hoop or 2 is simply degenerate in a nutshell. But overall, I think this is very much a playable plus, especially in Day of Life.
Especially since the modular 1000.
Yeah. You could power up herself to run over a lane early, or, give something an extra bit of oomph to run over that lane.
Like, it's pretty nice. And the fact is that... Yeah, if this card's not a 3 or 4 of, I don't know what you're doing.
Alright, so I assume you're agreeing here?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Alright. Okay then, we'll move on to the next double R.
Okay, Toka, Dignified Appearance, 3285, Date and Celestial Spirit. If you have 4 more Date or Celestials, she's a 2/2 all in your hand. She's a heal, and she gets 2000 for the cycle.
So that's actually very neat that they're introducing these early plays that can at least be big for 2 turns, which is pretty neat. Early play condition, relatively easy. Heal, can't go too wrong.
Am I spoiled?
Yes, and we had to keep bringing up that girl's name again.
It's like, I guess I am spoiled.
Yeah, yes you are.
Oh my god. Yes, I am very used to my early plays, being fat or recursive, or have recursion.
Or being both fat and have recursion.
Hey man, I'm willing to take the 2 or less condition to have both of those things.
I know, right? Hey, good thing now there's good thing now there's more counter to it, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, without detracting too far, Like this ain't terrible.
This isn't terrible, but at the same time, I just go, this doesn't this doesn't do enough in my opinion. Like
it kind of doesn't the fact that the fact that Under the Blue Sky Kuromi's also in early play, that's very easy to beat because they're playing Brainstorm anyway. And the fact that that card cantrips.
Yeah, I was about to say I prefer the cantrip more often than I like. I don't mind heals, but at the same time, I honestly want my early plays to either do damage or cantrip nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to my finishers healing me down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why Bushiroad thinks that healing finishes are fair and balanced, but apparently they think so. So
yeah,
I'm just gonna keep playing them.
But in any case, it's not terrible, it's also not the best early play that I have. I'm gonna give it a playable minus, just to be on the safe side.
I mean, this is kind of the Kaede problem all over again.
At least with Kaede, or at least with Toka, she's big for a while. Kaede's pretty much not really big, period.
Oh, Kaede comes in, hopefully makes you go stock neutral, and then dies in response.
Right. At least Toka here, assuming you don't get yeeted by someone's anti-change counter, so a 10,500 base is kind of scary. A little bit. I mean, especially when going to blue, it will make more sense. But
right. But at the same time, I go, well, I hope you have that counter in hand to protect her because she can still be batted by level 3 killers.
That's kind of the idea, though. If you're playing a card like this, you're playing to wall up a bit, and as we go deeper into Red, you will see that Gala is really built for this wall up strategy. Period.
True, but I do not believe that Toka is part of it.
I don't like it. If you guys will have been watching our scrimmages and me playing with Gale a little bit, you'll see I just simply don't play this Toka, period.
Yeah, everybody and their grandma seems to play it. It's the Kaede problem all over again. I'm gonna get this playable minus. I honestly can't I don't see how this card justifies a $13 price tag when Kurumi is $1 and is superior in my eyes.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, that's probably more the rarity problem rather than objectively better or worse problem.
True. I mean, Kaede commands a $30 price tag despite her being pretty much garbage.
But again, that's more to do to the fact that it's rarity and the fact that at this point you're talking about a set that no one's really buying. At least Daylight is still kind of fresh, but I think it got bought the F out very quickly, so there is going to be a bit of a price spike problem. Again, today is July 26th, so by the time you're watching this, Toka's price might stabilize down to maybe 780 Japanese yen or something.
Daylight's getting a reprint in September, by the time this review comes out, so...
Easy.
But then our commentary about price is probably irrelevant.
Yeah, speaking of very expensive cards, Worst Spirit Kurumi, more like Worst Price Kurumi. Level 3, 2 costs 9,500 power with the Gate and Celestial Spirit traits. She gets 1,000 power pretty much unconditionally, and on play heal because that's fair and balanced. From Handle because she is on standby. So when she attacks, if you have Fearless Smile in your combat area, which is a standby trigger, and you have basically not really a condition, perform one of the following 3 actions. Stock swap the opponent, decompress your opponent by 3 by shuffling up to 3 cards from their waiting room into their deck, or discard 2 to burn 3.
Fuck this card.
Yeah, okay, first of all, as Gavin was alluding to earlier, oh great, more finishers with heals. Oh, that's fair and balanced.
It's this card is 10,500 power, who really cares at that point?
Right, but the fact that it's on play from hand heal, oh boy. We're already entering dark territory.
More heals? Really, Bushy? We didn't need more fucking heals.
Yeah, I mean, I was making a incentive us to actually hard play them, then cheat them out by standby.
Oh my god, dude! If we can get heal triggers from fucking standbys, oh my god, pulse no.
One place from waiting room to heal.
We-
And the fact that with this combo, like, two of them are simply costless. Like, wait, I could stock swap for free, or I could shuffle possibly three free damage for no cost. What?
So this is typically a 2-1 event that's usually get choice listed. Shiho from Million Live, who requires experience of herself to shuffle 3 back in. This does it for fucking 0, basically. And then pitch to the burn 3. Excuse me?
Like typically it'd be pay an extra stock, like 3 stock or something. I don't know. Like, okay, typically it's discard 2 to burn 1. Let's be honest here.
Hey, man, why is everything so fucking free in this set?
Like, I think it's only like 1 comment for this card. Card's too good.
Like I said, fuck this card. Like, why is everything so free on it? Like, okay, stock swap. Like, the fact that you get to fucking pick. That you get to fucking pick based on the situation. Okay, shuffle in 3 damage doesn't sound amazing. It is when it's fucking free.
Yeah,
It is
like sometimes that's actually one of your best options.
Oh look, you have. Oh look, you have a bunch of climaxes and like you have a bunch of climaxes out and some damage in there. Yeah, let's shuffle in some more damage, shall we?
Yeah. And you go, oh, you just remember that your opponent's stock was basically like only 1 climax and like 10 stock?
Let's fucking flush that out, shall we? Oh, you're 7 and like 14. Not anymore. You're basically dead now.
And
then,
you know, let's just try to do extra instances of damage because we can.
My hand's flooded full of climaxes. Yeah, let's pitch them to burn 3. You what?
Like, excuse me.
It's not even ditch 2 creatures. It's ditch 2 cards.
Yeah, it's just any 2 cards.
Not to mention, she comes, you can hard cast this card and get a heal in addition, like,
Like,
God.
there's a reason why this card is currently, as of the time of this recording, is 39.80 Japanese yen per copy.
Yeah,
And it's out of stock, actually.
Wait, what? She is? Holy shit. Well, again, I can't really blame. I mean, the SEC has now hit 1,000 USD.
Wait, let's be fair. It's SEC.
Yes, but not even Best Girl SEC.
It's SEC 1 per case or like 1 per every 4 cases? I forget now.
I believe it's 1 per case.
Okay.
But at the same time, I go, she's like 400. This is 1,000. I'm like, I could buy 2 Shoko SECs for the same price as this. But anyways, before we drag on, oh my God, no.
Yeah, no, but
The only thing that's relatively balanced on this card is the fact that imagine this paired up with Gate instead.
Lamau. Yeah, it's a good thing that because it's on standby, the overall damage output will not be too scary, but that's another thing. Because the damage output is a little less, it could be more precise for game. So you gotta look at it both ways.
True, so this card's fucking scurry.
Yeah.
I mean...
And you know what actually makes this even more worse? It doesn't care about what the opponent does. The board state does not matter to this card. Or in a nutshell.
And cards like Foreclosure do not matter.
Yeah, like, you could foreclosure Crucible? That's fine. I never need a stock anyway.
Hell, no, not even Yui matters that much. Sure, you're gonna pay 5 to tap a lane? Who cares?
Okay, the burn 3 will make up for the fact I get to sting attack.
Lamau. Like, you can't even money counter this card effectively.
No, like, okay, sure, you'll stop by 2 plus damage.
Oh no.
I mean, sometimes that is the difference between living and dying.
Still, defensive countermeasures, she goes kick W.
Facts. Like, look at her, like, you could tell, she just has, like, this smug face on base rarity. Like, you can do what you want, I don't give a fuck.
It's just like Omega level kick W.
Alright, before we drag on too far.
Alrighty. Fake Burb swimsuit look. 001500. And yes, I'm going to continue on with Fake Burb. Date Ratatasker. Because she is the captain of the damn ship. Alright, ETB, you may rearrange your top two cards, and she's also a drop salvage.
Yeah. So we've utility's good. Period.
So why is everybody playing like 2 or 3 of this and not playing any of the Kurumi? The 0 that we looked at in yellow?
Well, wait, was it a Kurumi in yellow that searched?
Drop search or salvage, dude.
That's not in yellow.
Oh, or is that an upcoming card later?
That's a common card that comes later. I got so confused, like, wait, it's a Kurumi yellow that drop searches and so what? No, wrong card.
Oh, wait, wrong color. Oops.
Yeah.
Spoiler warning. But Fake Burb, yeah, she's pretty useful, honestly.
Like, okay, like when we get to set Kurumi, I'll explain like why you might choose to play this over the other. But this ain't terrible. This always will do what you want it to do.
Yeah, but it's limited access.
Yeah, but I would still say it's usable.
Oh yeah, it's definitely still a playable card. It's
Yeah, I'm just going to give it right now. Like, it's still playable. I won't dock it simply because I think it's a better version exists, but.
But at the same time, we at Doggo Card Reviews do try to. By the way, this is playable in my opinion as well. So,
right.
By the way, we at Doggo Card Reviews try to incentivize players to, play, the superior versions of cards.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, we will address like why you would pick one over the other if there are 2 different takes on relatively the same ability.
Right. So we'll cover that when we hit that Kurumi later on.
Like it's a solid. We won't deny it.
Nope, we won't.
Alright, good. Kurumi, power 2 rewind time. So low 0 cost, she has some power, gate and celestial spirit traits. Also, when she attacks, if you have 4 or more cards in your clock, you may pay 1 stock to Twin Drive. And at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, if you have 3 or fewer cards in your clock, she is a runner.
Ooh. Well,
It's neat.
It's flavorful, but at the same time, I don't like runners, and twin driving is kind of eh.
Like twin drive you could make an argument if you're playing standby.
Or if you're playing something like, I don't know, bars and books.
Yeah, like something like that. Like that'd be fine. But overall, like, Daylight already has a lot of solid level zeros, as we will see later on as we keep going through Red. Like this again, it's just like super terrible, but I think overall this is kind of a niche card. I guess really like more for like I would argue outside Kurumi Waifu you won't really play this.
Yeah, I was about to say like this card isn't terrible, but at the same time I can't recommend this card because like even from the budget perspective, like there are just better cards.
Well, yeah, I mean like okay, it's an R, sure it'll be like 200 yen at most, but
at the same time, there are good commons and uncommons, like
oh yeah, definitely.
But even in limited, I'm like I can't really see even Kurumi Waifu playing this. But this
I feel Kurumi Waifu's lacking on frontliners. Period.
Is she? I'm not 100% sure about that.
Most of her cards are back row at level 0. Brainstorm, the clock manipulator card.
Fuck, I slammed that card in front row, man. Shit.
Bro, I gotta smack that clock manipulator in front row. That's a global 500, bro.
Oh shit. Oh shit. But at the same time, other than that really niche case scenario, nah, bro. This is going to the garbage bin.
Oh, it's not bad.
No, it's not going to the garbage bin. It's going to the niche category.
Okay, you always come be like, wait. Is it really that terrible, Gavin?
No, you haven't heard me invoke the apocalypse yet.
I was gonna be like, I think it's too early in Rec to do that. Alright, moving along. Choka, springtime moment. Oh no, this is yours, my bad.
Toka, Springtime Moment, 0-0, 3K. Dayton Celestial. She is a clean cut, and when she dies, she bottom decks.
Yay! Actual good level zeros. Now this is a good level zero, good red level zero, unlike the current we saw just now.
Jesus fucking Christ. Stop it, Bushy. Stop it. Bad, Bushy, bad.
Hey, as long as they don't reprint banana clean cut, we're fine.
It's just like...
Banana clean cut was the worst offender, let's be honest here.
Pulse, no more bananas. No bananas.
No more bananas clean cuts, those were a mistake.
Those were... I mean, at least... I mean, spoiler alert, at least Puck is only on offense. He dies in response.
Which is fine.
But at the same time...
Like, okay,
always...
Yeah, like, okay, I mean, it's not too hard to run over 3K, but it might take a bit of effort for some titles. Because you simply play a lot of tiny characters. I would say,
Still...
like, overall, very much a playable level 0.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you on this one part. I'm going to be ultra generous.
Oh, it's actually playable plus.
Oh yeah, this card is amazing. I almost want to always see this in my opening hand.
Hey man, going first, I don't know about that one.
Oh come on, I can put some shitter out there.
Yeah, Phil Karumi brainstorm, direct go.
Hey man, sometimes that's all you got. And guess what?
You're right.
And guess what? Guess what? Sometimes your opponent has no responses to a 3K on turn 1.
Alright, no, you're not wrong.
I mean, I've seen the amount of times where I just go, oh, 3K, too big. Swing with Jumper Joe in other lane.
Yeah, it could be like that sometimes. Okay, that's fair. I'm kind of like, some people do actually play like a bit more conservative level 0 game, even to this day, so.
Conservative level 0 game, you what?
Hey, you'd be surprised.
What are they, tiles from World War One?
Bruh. Anyway, we'll move on to Toka Yaktogami. She's your typical costless 2K counter.
Hooray! Hooray! This actually contributes to Data Live's level 1 like game plan overall. Like,
yeah.
Hello, extra thick walls that you cannot destroy easily.
It's automatically playable because of the fact that this has access to standby, and again, as we will see in blue, it will make a lot more sense.
Do not play this if you're playing Fake Burp. In fact, do not be playing Fake Burp, period, in my opinion.
I was going to be your okay, anyway.
It's automatically a playable card.
Yeah.
Like,
Just because of the context of this title.
Generally, though, why is this R rarity still? Why is this still a rare? Why can't this be uncommon?
I think you're just doing it just because of flavor. I don't know.
I would be pissed if I saw this as my rare in a pack.
I feel you, but Bushi got Bushi.
At least they don't rarity bump things. Thank you, Wizards.
Wait, I thought they did recently.
Rarity bumping?
I swear something got rarity bumped recently, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I was about to say, man.
Alright, anyway.
Ah, yes, Fake Burp, Under the Blue Sky, 1035. If you are level 3 or higher, she gains the following ability. Pay 2, sacrifice this, choose a Fake Burp Murderous Expression, number 58, in your grave, and put this into slot, and exchange them. And during your turn, your entire team gets 1,000.
So, pretty big buff, and, modularly changing to a red card. That's why we saved it for red, and we skipped out on it in yellow, because it really makes sense otherwise. So, let's go ahead and talk about Murderous Expression Kotori. So, she's level 3, 2 cost, 9,500 gate. She now becomes a Celestial Spirit God, spoiler. For each of your other gate and or Celestial Spirit, she gets stronger power. And when she attacks, if you have a card named Flame to drill at time, a door trigger in your climax area, send the top card of your deck into your late room, burn X damage, where X is the level of that card +1.
So we have kind of a on-attack Musashi combo, guys. Ish.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of neat if you don't want to, if you really, like, you know, not a terrible budget option if you don't want to spend unholy amounts of money for your playset of War Spirit Kurumi.
This is $1 compared to Kurumi, who's 40.
Yeah, and the level 1 Kotori that can change into her when you're at level 3 is honestly not a bad card.
It's not terrible, but at the same time I go, I don't think I have room for this.
Yeah, the problem is this. Like, we think the best build is going to be like more of a mid-range, bulky defensive build, or leaning more on bulky defense, more than trying to burst the F out of your opponent.
Right, and this set isn't built for bursting.
Overall, no.
The set isn't really built for it. Like, it's more leaning towards a defensive game, and I don't know why people are trying to say that you can unga bunga with this set. I'm just like, you can, but that's probably not the best way of playing it. Like you can field like 1 or 2 guys and be fine at 0, and then, but no, most people are like unga bunga, you know, restore cards with fake burr. But I'm just like, yeah, that's not gonna work. Because here's the folly with that plan. Fake Burb could potentially give you 2 level 3s, and you just go, I cry. Or she could just give you a pair of 2/2s, and then you cry because you have no playables. And but again, I'm digressing in this case. So in terms of this combo, it's really neat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but she wears my heal, but she wears my dig.
Yeah, like, well, I guess to be first, we talk about the other level 3 that this goes with. We might as well,
Sure.
Right. I'll let you, yeah, you go ahead and handle it.
Okay, Fire Spirit Platonic. She's E-Freaka. Free 2, 10k. Date and Celestial Spirit. Its attacks, remove the top out of your deck. If it's a guy, burn 1.
Yeah, it should be
Change,
different.
sacrifice this and start your climax phase. Choose choose the previous card we just mentioned and place it onto the same slot.
So the idea with the Kotori package here is just to simply, you know, the level 1 could become the first level 3, or you can simply play this, most likely burn 1, and then go for another burn by changing into the other one.
So it's kind of going for that Kino and Cocoa-esque package, but here's the problem with it. It's RNG dependent. It's really RNG dependent, and also the fact that this package takes up at minimum 12 slots in your deck if you decide not to play the 1/0. Like if you choose, like, let's say you're like, fuck the 1/0, okay, you want to make this consistent, you gotta play 4 copies of the E-Freak.
At least 4 copies of the Burgers Expression for sure. You could argue that E-Freak could be like under 4 because CIP burn 1 is not always the best thing to do.
Right, it's, in fact, I'd argue it's not enough anymore.
Like, I mean, the only reason why, like, we could argue for 4 copies of this specific on-play burn 1 is simply because you could do the cheese of her into her to do 3 instances of damage on a single lane.
True.
That'd be, like, the only reason.
Right, and...
Which is actually not terrible, you think about it. Like, damage output of that is actually kind of scary in most cases.
Right, it's not...
Like, it's minimum 1/1 and then soul damage.
Right, that's...
assuming no whiff, of course, but the chances of this whiffing is stupidly low.
Right, because you probably wouldn't be playing any form of events in the deck.
Well, no. Events count.
Oh, events also count. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, this is even better than most other...
Shit.
Oh, actually, I just realized this is on attack, not on play. Never mind. This makes it actually worse.
Ooh. So, basically, you can't chain them.
Yeah, I almost thought you could, but, oh, you know, they realized this.
So, that arguably makes this package...
Oh, this is actually awkward now.
It kind of makes this package not worth playing at this point.
Like, the only thing that I could see is you play this to be like your 5th plus copies of this thing, if on top of you're playing that.
But at the same time, I'd rather just hardcast the murderous expression.
In most cases. I mean, converting it from this is not terrible.
No, it's not. But at the same time, I go.
The conversion of this is where it's awkward.
Right. But at the same time, I go. I don't know about you, but I don't think it's worth it.
Shugu got into this.
Right.
Oh no, I agree with you there. I just realized like it's a consistent on play. Even since I ranked there, yeah. That actually explains why events also count for the burn for that one.
Otherwise, it'd be a little too good.
Like, okay, the only reason like why you would play this is only like, okay, oops, I didn't draw my climax because none of these dig for my climax forehead.
Still,
Yeah, it's definitely WTF. Well, okay, I'll say this. I'm gonna do a bit of a weird take here. Okay, I'm gonna give Ifrit Kotori niche at best.
Right, I agree with that.
Okay. I'm gonna go and give Kotori Under the Blue Sky. I'm gonna be a little generous, give me playable minus. Only because it's modular. It's a pseudo pivot card. Which is alright. And extra power.
I'm gonna niche this.
Alright, that's fair. I was thinking about this, but I'm like, I could see some argument for it.
Actually, I was tempted to invoke the apocalypse with it.
That would get you being too cruel. I will continue to give playable minus for Murderous Expression only because it is a alternative finisher option.
Yeah, I will agree there. Playable minus.
Okay, now that we're done with that 3-card package.
Man, that was a lot of discussion around awkwardness.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is like that. Alright. This time it should be me now, right?
Yep.
Toka, Strong Feelings. Lowest 0/0 cost. 1500 power, date, and celestial spirit traits. Continuous your other character in the front row center spot gets 500 power. Act, pay 3 stock, discard a card, rest this to search for 2 characters. Activate hand.
Man, is it worth paying 3 for a Yuki effect?
I mean, at least if anything, it's combo-less, but holy fuck, that's a steep price sometimes. I mean, you're plussing, but
at the same time, I'm paying 3.
Like 3, they're really trying to disguise the pay to rest this Act 1 into a whole different form.
Bushy Road, your math still doesn't add up.
Understandable.
The east is burning red.
Like, this is where we start seeing the weird cards. Alright.
This is just trash, man.
Alright, anyway.
Toka, Cruel Reality. 1/0, 3K, date and celestial. When she enters the battlefield, you draw 1, discard 1. Okay. Climax combo. Sacrifice this. When the Force of Anger, although standby, is played, you may pick up to 1 Toka Advent of Disaster and put this in its previous slot.
Alright, and I'll go ahead and read Toka Advent of Disaster. So she's a 2/1 7500 with the Date and Celestial Spirit traits. She's easily an 8. Oh crap, I gotta change the Elemental into Celestial Spirit here. Thanks, card after card. I don't know why y'all been changing these like every few days. So easily 1000, easily 8500, and at the beginning of your attack phase, if a card getting the Force of Anchor standby trigger is in your combat's area and she's in your front row, you may choose another Date or Celestial Spirit character and stand it.
You know, at first when I read this, I was like, Bushy, what are you doing? No, don't you dare give Dig Through Time to Date Alive. No, don't you dare! Don't you dare!
Dig Through Time on standby, stop.
Full stop! Full stop! I was like, okay, I like the first half. The first half sounds really, really good. I was like,
Okay, cool. This becomes a 2-1 that's honestly not that tiny, but
and then when I saw the 2-1, I was like, no. I was
oh,
like, okay,
oh, oh.
crisis averted, Bushy, but
Like
like
it's not terrible. You do get to actually have some momentum with a standby.
I thought they were gonna give Data Live a Shinoha profile of some
It
sort.
really sounded like can you read the 2-1? You're like, oh, interesting.
This card's kind of garbage, honestly.
Well, to be fair, the one thing that I will give it over the other types of standby climax combos is the fact that it's on a you most likely won't be paying stock to do it like most other profiles, and the character's not super tiny. Like most of the time they're like these 105Ks, pay one stand a character.
Or you could have to pay for it, like what you did with Ainz Ugao back in Overlord.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Einstein Gold, like you have to pay. That one you just discard card instead of paying a stock, if I remember correct.
No, you have to hardcast him. He's 2-1. You have to hardcast the 2-1.
Oh right.
But he has the stats of a 1-1 vanilla.
Right.
But at the same time, I go 8-5. That's kind of small.
It's kind of small, but at level 1, it's not that small.
True.
Like you're most likely doing this into her.
I've seen 8 standby. Let's ignore this interaction altogether.
You just want to go a standby forehead.
And I'm just like, are they trying to take the sunshine approach, which is wrong in our opinion?
Well, the problem is, unlike the sunshine approach, you don't have access to any outside of her and her. What's your combo for the second standby? That's not Fearless Smile.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Wait, what, are you just playing a bunch of 1-1?
Yeah, they're playing literally 1175 with hand encore. I'm just like, 1175s with hand encore are pretty bad, honestly. Like, they feel garbage to hardcast. Like, I don't know about you, but I feel bad when I'm just like, I have to hardcast this card? Why?
Most of the time, yeah. So I mean, sometimes you're just like, oh, I guess I have no choice.
Or I hope my opponent can't respond to this card, otherwise I pretty much might as well concede. I might as well concede.
But let's see. Overall, I think the package gets a. How nice am I today, Gavin?
Well, I'm gonna be fairly mean, so I suggest you be fairly nice.
All right. Well, let's see how many you. Should I have you go ahead and give a rating first?
Yes, I'm gonna niche both of these cards.
Okay. Like you can already tell where I'm kind of like teetering on.
Oh well, what are you giving it, partner?
Let's see here. I'm gonna argue for a playable minus. It's not awful.
Okay. Like, most people would be tempted to invoke the Apocalypse on these two cards. I'm just like, no, the Apocalypse is way too mean.
It's way too mean, and the fact that you have a okay body at level 1 to restand like a 2/2 or something that you bring out via your standby trigger without paying extra stock, that actually doesn't sound that terrible.
Well, but also, this also goes great in Toka Waifu.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, wait a minute. Isn't our combo of choice also a Toka? Shit.
Got him.
Shit. Oh.
Alright,
well,
anyway, read the next card for us.
Nah. Ratatasker, Analyst. She is 005. 500. FR, Bushy. FR. Wow. Yep.
Yep, 500 power.
When this card attacks, give one of your guys 2/5.
So typically we're seeing these more on 103Ks.
That's why I was just like, wait, for real, Bushy? A 00500? Well, again, she gets the job done.
She gets the job done, like, hey, you could make this a 3K for the turn in worst case.
or give cards that need reversals that 2/5 pump.
Yeah, like this ain't terrible.
Oh, this definitely isn't terrible.
And the fact that level 0 is actually quite interesting.
You know what? I'm gonna be fairly nice to this card. I'm gonna give this playable rating, actually.
Oh, actually playable.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's because you know this set could use some help busting open some walls. You know, help its walls bust over other walls. So Dana is actually not bad. Like if I saw her, if I saw her in like a sealed pool or something, I'm just like, you know what, Dana, it is.
Right,
She's
you
pretty
know,
good.
I totally get it. I'm gonna be a little less. I'm gonna be a little stricter. I'm gonna give it a playable minus simply because space is really tight at level 0. Period in this title. We've seen so many good level 0s.
Hey, she's not a good but she's not a bad budget all tournament.
Oh no,
She's not.
definitely not. Definitely not. It's very nice to see some. Wait, actually, quick question. Was the first one of these on the? Was this 103K from
Kadokawa sneaker.
Yeah. Was that a common or an uncommon?
I believe uncommon.
Okay, so they start to end. Okay, they're making this a common now on a 500 over 0.
I mean, the reason why I didn't give it playable minus is because it's on a level 0.
That's fair.
Easily splashable.
That's fair. I'm not persuaded to change my mind.
Oh, you're holding one of those change my mind debates, Lamau.
Alright, anyway, we can agree to disagree here.
Yep, that's fine.
Alright, anyway, let's move on. Kurumi, power to stop time. 0, lower 0 cost 2000 power, date, and celestial spirit. Continuous, the character in front of her cannot move to another slot, and when she's placed with her hand onto the stage, she gets 1500 power until the end of the turn.
She looks like a complete edgelord in this one.
I mean, I got the idea is that Kurumi in her spirit form is an edgelord.
Pretty much.
I may not have really watched Daylight, so sorry for the Vortos people out there, but I think I've seen enough to tell that Kurumi's a bit of an edge. She's definitely like bipolar.
Oh, she's all like, you know.
She basically goes from "Hi, nice to meet you" to "Your son calls me mommy" too.
This is more of "Hi, I love you." Hi, I also want to send you to Hades.
Now to Hades.
Yep. To hell with you. No, at the same time. Man, why do they want to constantly nerf Johanna? Johanna was a fine card.
Damn, we're really calling them nerfs of Johanna at this point.
Why not, man? That was the original anti-run that I remember.
There were definitely some guys this did before her.
That's the one I remember, okay, you son of a bitch.
Anyway,
That's the one I remember. I mean, yes, you can tell I'm a relative baby in this game, but at the same time I go, hey, no events or counters is actually a downside of this fucking deck, okay?
It is.
But at the same time I go,
It's very you know, if you are dealing with runners, cool, this is your solution. But I wouldn't call it a good solution.
it's actually a relatively terrible solution. Like, people insist on playing Asuna. The setter runner, their Kaede clone in SAO 10th anniversary. I'm just like, why? Just fucking play the administrator. Like, he's a better pivot.
Oh, do I have only one comment? Is it that bad? I feel like it low-key is.
This hand of mine is burning red.
Understandable for you. What do I... F it.
Hey man, at least help me complete the quote.
I'm not here to do that.
Why not?
I don't know, no one wants to see me do that.
Oh god damn you.
And it has to be like it has to be like a card that actually angers me for me to maybe consider.
Maybe consider helping me complete the quote.
Alright, go ahead.
Kanubi Swag Heart, 002K, Dayton Celestial. Okay, discard. Pay 1, discard a card. When this enters the battlefield, you may pay the cost. If so, choose one of the following 2 actions and perform it. If you have 3 or less damage in your clock, she's a drop search. If you have 4 or more, she's a salvage instead.
with the extra 1000 power that Swims to Look Kotori gave.
Yep.
So, Gavin got confused, like, is this actually yellow? No, it wasn't. um, here it is, a red. It's just a common, for whatever reason. But, I could say why people don't like this card. It's a bit unreliable because of the clock conditions.
Still, the fact that it can act as both, like,
I like it. I can see why players don't like it.
True. I mean, though I find it strictly better than the drop salvage Kotori that we looked at earlier.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Fake burbs.
Froggy slip.
Also, dude, this is 2-5 power, not 2K.
Or heck, even Kotori had to hack the attack or the power attacks because of her ability to rearrange Goku.
I mean, that's kind of nice, but at the same time,
I like a 2-5 body with the modularity, so but still somewhat playable, regardless.
Right, I would definitely give this a playable
this is definitely. I would say this is probably one of the underrated cards in this set. I think people are sleeping on this card. Period.
I mean, it's not as bad as it's not as rage inducing as say people ignoring Yoshino, but people. In fact, I asked a few people why they don't like Yoshino. They're like, because it sends them to clock. I'm like, hello.
Like, wait, you don't like permanent removal of early play?
They're like, well,
or practically permanent removal, for all intents and purposes.
It's better than destroying it.
Yeah, like hello, how you say hello? So Yoshino actually says, "Sees you, Union, fuck off."
Yeah, pretty much. Unlike other anti-changes, it says, "Have fun pitching a card." Sure.
Alright, that's fine. I don't care if I don't do damage.
Yep. Next card.
Kurumi, a little disappointing. 104k Gate Ancestor Spirit Trace. When she's placed on your hand like your stage, or when she attacks, or when she's placed into the waiting room from your stage, surveil one. What? three activation conditions to surveil. That's just
so when she enters the battlefield, dies and attacks. Damn, son.
Just because of that, I'm giving it the meme rating.
This definitely deserves a deck meme, dang.
Wait, what the fuck? You have 3 activation conditions for your ability? What? Oh god.
I mean, this is quite spicy.
Okay. We see you, Bushi. Alright.
Fake burp. Surveillance at a bun shop? 1-1, 1K. Gate and Ratatasker. This is a 2K counter, and this is a paid one, and she gives you the refund. That blind.
Cool. If you really like the extra trigger instead of having the Toka.
But I go, why just play Toka, guys? I can't even see this in budget because Toka is $1. This is a couple cents, but at the same time I go,
you can't afford a dollar card, but you gotta start asking questions.
for the same I go, why? I the refund is blind. People are
I really feel like maybe 1 out of 10 players who consider playing backups will consider this card, if that.
Man, and the Japan doesn't play this. The U.S. Most Western players ignore this card. This.
I guess we have no choice, huh?
Its loud roar tells me to grasp victory.
Again, this card's not rage inducing enough for me to finish quotes, but yeah, it's why?
Well, I mean, pulls no bushy. Stop printing this garbage.
Also, Kotori got Twin Tails, even worse. Anyway, Toka Gate Meeting. 1-1, 5K Gate and Swister Spirit Trait. Continuous. If the cost of the character opposite this card is 0 or lower, she cannot become reversed, and when another one of your date or Celestial Spirit characters attacks, she gets 1000 power until the end of the turn.
Cool story, bro. This makes a nice standby target.
Yeah, you know, in some matchups it could really, really matter.
Shingeki, cough, cough.
That should get easy.
Shingeki, cough, cough, like... Can you think of any other, really prominent... Oh! Sunshine, denying Bunny Girl Chica?
Or Konosuba.
Konosuba
If
denying
they're playing Bunny Girl
Young.
Young, what else?
I mean, let me see here.
Oh, the mirror match.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, regardless of which combo they choose, like, if they're playing book combo, yeah. Nope, I'm still here, guys.
Yeah, like, she ain't terrible.
She definitely is not terrible, like...
I'll give you a little nicer. She should play about minus.
Oh, she can also cuck Emilia from ReZero.
The new one, yes.
Yeah, the green one. The green one, not the original blue. Oh, Jesus Christ, that card is still... That card is still OP.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's a reason why, like, every version after her pretty much became nerfed, relatively speaking.
Yukina?
Yukina, like, okay, sure, her can get, like, okay, that's, I mean, yeah, just the 4 and, no, nothing else.
But at the same time, I go, this is definitely a playable minus. Like, I can't fault anybody if they play this. Like,
It's more of, in a blind meta, she wouldn't be terrible.
I'd say in a blind meta, she's not as good.
Oh.
Like, if your meta is very specific, like if it's full of the sets that we just mentioned, oh hell yeah, play this.
Yeah.
Like this is much better in an informed meta.
Rather than you're right.
Because I would not send this. Like if I was heading to Rochester today, and I was playing Data Live, nope, this definitely would not make the clip. This would be to the garbage with you.
Understandable. All right, moving along.
Kudumi, interesting thing. 1/1, 6K. If you have 2 or more guys, basically not a condition. This game's 1500 and head on core.
Easily yes. We've said plenty of times why these are just not that good.
Do I feel like being extra mean to this card?
Have you actually given these bad ratings before?
No, I haven't actually. But looking at our past videos, we've given these like playable, right? Like playables.
Maybe back then we did because the title or the set was just really that lacking.
Like we gave Kaede. We gave Kaede a fucking playable, dude.
Sometimes things change, right?
Oh, things hella changed. In fact, I think we gave Nodoka a month later, like the niche rating. And you know what? I don't feel like being like the people will throw their stones at me for invoking the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? I don't feel like getting some additional stones thrown at me today. I'm gonna play it safe. Give this the niche, but I was tempted to invoke the apocalypse because these cards are nigh unplayable. This is nigh unplayable hardcast style. Like, you'll never catch a quote unquote pro player hardcasting this. Like they'd rather play shitters and crash than hardcast this card. I think my co-host can agree with me. Like
in most cases, yes.
They'd rather legitimately clock for 2 cards rather than hardcast this.
Yeah. All right, moving along.
Yep, moving along.
Kurumi, Mortality, 2/2, 6K, Date and Celestial Spirit traits. She gets 1000 power for each of your other Date and or Celestial Spirit characters, and she has Hang On board.
Okay, an actually playable common. Like, holy crap, this is really, like, this is whoopee.
Yeah, actually.
This is literally, well, actually, I actually kind of prefer Wooby over Kurumi. Like, at least Wooby is wearing a very cute floater.
Or if you get the other version, she's in a cute-looking mermaid outfit. I didn't like that one that much. Like, I gave away her twin tails, which I really like.
So you just chose the floater version.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I go, like in terms of these in terms of this type of profile. So I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a tirade about this card. For a bit. So the 10K, that's great. She's a thick body that has recursion. Though I have noticed that Bushiroad tends to give some sets the 10-5 with Hand Encore, as opposed to 10K.
And the 7K without Encore period.
That's fine. However, or they meet you in the middle, 10-5 regenerators. But and at the same time, I go, well, I think the Data Life got kind of the shaft here.
A little bit, but but it's just, this is still solid.
Right. I mean, though, honestly, I don't know about you, but I actually kind of prefer the Coca profile.
I can see why. The 1,000 matters in some matchups.
That 1,000 could actually matter. Of course, you'll never catch me hardcasting this.
Oh yeah, well, it was just like almost like again, very, 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 very super hyper fringe cases.
Like, why would I hardcast this card not just play an early play?
Right.
My early plays aren't vanillas.
Right. Or we hope they aren't.
I mean, are there actually early play vanillas? I really don't think there are any.
For the most part, no.
Right. Like, they come with some sort of effect, even if it's just a basic heal.
Yeah, you're right.
So, but again, like I said earlier, hot damn, welcome to the playables, boys.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's what I like about Weiss Schwarz. That commons are actually very much usable.
You know what's kind of ironic is,
I guess Bushiroad games in general, commons are just usable across all Bushiroad games.
I mean, we gave the 1175 Hand Encore the niche profile, and yet we're giving playables to Tutu.
I mean, it's because like standby really changed the game. Let's be honest here.
True, because if this was, say, World War I or the Civil War,
like bye. Who's playing your ass?
I mean, it's like I think we'd be invoking the apocalypse.
Right. All right. Let's move on. Even this course is special. 1/1 event. You send all of your stock into your room, choose a character with Toka in her card name, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, she gets plus X power and bodyguard or great performance for you English players, where X is the number of cards sent to your room this way multiplied by 1,000. I have only one comment.
This handed by gloves with an awesome power. It's Burning Grit tells me to defeat you. Like, how, Bushy? I haven't seen a card that dumps all of your stock since Akagi Kai, for God's sake.
Wasn't there? I could have sworn there was something after that did the same thing.
I mean, that was the only notable card in my hand. It's like, why would I dump all of my stock? Actually, no, there was a card in Konosuba that required us to dump all of our stock.
Yeah, but it was like a hyper meme card, right?
Oh yeah, that was definitely a hyper meme card. I'm just like, but this card is a coaster. Like, literally.
This is a coaster. Facts. Alright.
2-0. Practice equals persuade the teacher. 2-0. Exile this. At the beginning of your main phase, this is an exile. Choose up to 2 guys with Data or Celestial. Return them back to hand if you do. And put this into your graveyard. If you decide to return 2, pitch a card.
Why? Alright. Okay, cool. It doesn't cost a stock to do a delayed magical girl appears. But delayed.
Why would I play this card?
This has only one comment.
I mean, my love, my anger, and all of my sorrow.
Like, I get it, Bushiro, you've noticed that we're not playing a magical girl appears clones anymore. But
what the hell does that even do?
Oh my god. 2-1, Salvage 2, discard 1.
Dude, we put those in the garbage bin.
Yeah, but that's the thing, like, Bushiro has still been trying to print some type of that card, and we're still not playing them.
Dude, we put that card in the garbage since like 2015.
Facts. I mean, at least a magical girl appeared was like what 2012, I think, something like that.
I mean, I don't see, like,
Like
by the time
back then it was okay.
when I entered the game, people told me that was a garbage card.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Garbage.
And the
Like,
fact that this is delayed makes it even worse. Like I would actually rather pay the one stock at that point you have it right now.
ill.
Oh, I mean,
I'd rather
again, if I actually had to pick between this and actual magical girl appears.
I'd rather play the tutu version that actually pluses my ass.
Damn. Alright, anyway, with that, that ends our red review. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell, leave a comment, because...
It helps the YouTube algorithm. And bear in mind, guys, stay tuned for Blue. It's gonna be a bumpy road.
Oh yeah, definitely. And with that, we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.